Good morning all, CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday morning, January 11th. We are looking at the SPY ETF's market profile here on Window Trader. And right now, early this morning, as you can see, the market is digesting the move it made on Friday in all the indices as we all went out with price probes. But as of right now, well, I take that back. Russell did not have a price probe. It did rally later in the day to get back above its pop. Right now, we're trading below value, in balance towards the lower end of the range from Friday for the IWM. Triple Qs certainly went out with a price probe, trading in balance, in value, pretty much in the meat of their profile, which means I would think the odds are pretty good of getting that POC from Friday. As far as us, we also went out with a price probe. Our all-time highs in the overnight. Right now, we're trading right at the low end of value, in balance. So let's go over destinations and a game plan for this morning. Right now, upside destinations, 381.49, which is Friday's high and all-time high. Then we have 381.96, which was the overnight all-time high from Friday. For the downside, just want to check where they have the overnight low right now, 378.72. So we're trading just above the overnight low. The price probe right now, again, there's still 75 minutes to go, but right now the price probe of 381.21 being rejected. The 9 wide, which was going to be a downside destination, will now be an upside destination if we open below 380.05. Then we have the overnight low, which right now is 378.72. Then we have Friday's low of 377.10. And then another daily low of 375.91 from the 7th. And then we don't have anything until the single prints from the 6th, 372.83 getting filled at 35. And then a daily low of 369.12. So remember, we spoke about this on, not only on Friday, we spoke about it all last week. Our destinations are far and wide, right? There's not many on the upside because we keep making new highs. And on the downside, we've been going pretty much straight up with no real balancing, no real flushes to shake out a lot of week long. So the destinations are far and wide. So if sellers do show up, again, you can get some acceleration. Pre-market volume right now, a little over 500,000. So decent with 75 minutes to go. So game plan for this morning. Well, again, if we open in balance in value, it's the worst of your risk reward. The overnight market right now is basically short. So we'll see if we get some kind of inventory adjustment somewhere to possibly get back up to the POC. Not a lot to lean on here either way. If you either push down, now we are one time framing up in a daily. If you want to take a long, if you get down further to Friday's low, you can, and then I would be out below Friday's low for a couple of reasons. Number one, you're going to have at least overlap in a lower value, if not lower. And number two, if you take out Friday's low, well, then you're back in balance. And anybody who's long, especially from Thursday and Friday up here, right, will probably flee and get out of their position. And again, since the downside is pretty wide open, you could get some acceleration. So if you do take a long against Friday's low, out if it gets accepted below. That's number one. Short play, possibly if this is to get an inventory adjustment, run up, get POC, possibly test the bottom of M's range. Remember, M made the all-time high on Friday, both in regular trading hours and the overnight. So if you do not get acceptance into M's range, you can take a put against it and then see if we back off, back down until we get more market-generated information. Again, these are all really early plays that you would be getting up to the date as the market profile is streaming at CamelbackTrading.org. And then just quickly on the charts, just going to show you the weekly and the daily. So the weekly had an outside week up. Very bullish. Now, the previous week's high was 374.66. Even though we're down $2.50 early this morning, we're still $5 above it. So it is an outside week up. It is really, though, 2 weeks of balance, and it's a pretty large balance, right? It is a $16 balance we had last week for all intents and purposes. But the fact that we closed above the previous week's high is bullish. One day doesn't make a market. So if all we're doing is shaking out some weak longs, there's nothing wrong with that. So we're going to have to see how that shakes out. This is a big range last week, so we can get some really nice volatility inside of it. Just keep that in mind. And then on the daily, the first thing the bears have to do is stop the one-time framing up. We had an inside day 4 days ago. We've been one-time framing up the last 3 days. Well, the first step to putting this into balance is to take out Friday's low of 377.10. If you're able to do that, at least they put it back into balance. Good luck trading today. Have a great day, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.